Blessings, y'all. Peace and blessings. And happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy Word Day. Worthy Wednesday. I said Word Day. Worthy Wednesday to you. I am Brandy. And as always, I pray your day is starting off well and that it continues to flow in that vein. Um, I had a quote that I come across. It's a personal quote, self quote. And of course, when I saw this quote, um, it made me think about the book of Jeremiah. This is a quote that I received on last year. It was June of last year that this came to me. I have a pretty good habit of dating things. So, yeah, that's how I knew, because I certainly wouldn't have remembered. But the quote is, "The way you see yourself at this moment still doesn't compare to how God has seen you since the beginning of time." Yeah, how you see yourself at this moment still doesn't compare to how God has seen you since the beginning of time. And how many of you may be feeling like at this moment in time, I don't really see myself in the best light? You know, it could be life situations. It could be that, we're not where we want to be, career-wise or personally or financially or whatever the case may be, even spiritually. But we're still growing, right? As long as you're open to growing and maturing and not feeling as though that you arrived, then, it's always going to be something greater on the other end, okay? And so, and even if you are in an amazing place, even if you are, in a place to where you've achieved great status, great financial security and love and everything else, it still doesn't compare to how God has seen you since the beginning of time. And how many of you know that no matter how good or whatever mediocre, mundane you may see yourself, God always sees you as better. He always sees us as better because we were created in His image, right? So He sees the greatest versions of us, even when we are looking a bit stank-a-dank-dank and dirty. Okay? We just serve that kind of Father. But I want to read Jeremiah 1:5. It says, I knew you before I formed you. I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. Before you were born, I set you apart. Hello, somebody? And appointed you as prophet to the nations. All right. So even though some of us may not be necessarily prophets, and I'm not speaking and saying I am or I am not, but I'm saying that even if you may not be a prophet to the nations, you can still speak prophetically to the nations. You can still speak prophetically to situations. You can still speak prophetically to yourself and your situations. God has given us great capabilities as long as we're surrendered to Him and we're listening. Not just hearing, but we're listening to Him. And when we listen, we can receive. And when we receive, then we can proceed to plant, right? And we want to plant good, and we want to plant good seeds. And as long as we are planting those good seeds, the fruit that comes from that will always be good. We can be fruitful in so many ways. So never let anyone tell you that anything that you do is not worth acknowledging and appreciating. Okay? It could be you walking up the sidewalk every day with a smile on your face instead of mugging people. You're putting something good into the atmosphere. We need smiles, we need happiness, we need joy, we need laughter. And sometimes when you walk into places and you just see sadness, or you see hurt, or you see evil even, you want to be able to sow seeds of that. But listen, because sometimes it may not be your place. Sometimes it's your place to pray and keep it walking. But anything that is great, that is beautiful, that is noble, all things. Deion Sanders posted that today. That's one of my favorite scriptures too, and I posted it some time ago as well. But you think on those things, the things that are noble, the things that are true, the things that are pure. It's the good things. God told me, I know I'm going all over the place right now, I'm sorry, it's a flow, but God had told me some time ago, he said, think on the best case scenario. And it's crazy that life and situations has tried to make me see and think about the worst case scenario, simply because of every time I think joy, every time I sing joy, every time I speak joy in the past, something from left field wanted to come out and show me something completely opposite. And when it does, you have to know that you are so close. You are so close. You are so close. You're on the verge. You're on the precipice of the breakthrough that you are really wanting to see. The breakthrough that you are really wanting to see, and that thing that you just have felt is impossible is right in front of you. So don't let your faith be shaken to the point where you lose it and you release it. Don't release your faith. Keep a grip. Hold on to your faith. Alright? I started going long. Blessed God, this is supposed to have been short, but But I pray you guys have an amazing rest of your Wednesday. And I will just catch you in the next one. Alright? Peace, y'all.